excited to show you guys my little Hawaii life. Welcome to Hawaii. The view, speechless. It's so bright you can't really see, but that's literally the beach. My flight landed around 2 p.m. I got a car by like 2:45 and then drove here around like 3:15, 3:30. And it's currently 5:47. Right when I got here, I've just been hanging out with Nikki, ate an acai bowl, and we've just been catching up. But for sunset, we're gonna go on a beach walk, and I feel like it's going to revive me. I also don't really know any good matcha spots because when I lived here, I wasn't obsessed with matcha yet. So this is like iced down, not it. And then I'm not sure what we're gonna do for dinner. I'll probably cook here. Yeah, I'm so excited to show you guys my little Hawaii life. When I used to live here, I didn't post that much. Because if you've ever been to Hawaii, you know there's like no service in this part of the island. I hated being on my phone at that point in my life, and I don't really want to be on my phone this week, so I'm trying to detach while it's still summer. I also unpacked a little bit. We're just going for a beach walk, so little vibes, and if I get cold after sunset, I can wrap it around me. This matcha needs to bring me back to life ASAP. But before we head out, I'm gonna have a little snack. I may also run to go grocery shopping to get some other little snacks. Hawaii genuinely has some of my favorite food I've ever had in my entire life. So I'm gonna bring you to all my spots. So if you have a Hawaii trip coming up, save this because I think I have some pretty good recommendations. So we made it. We are at Sunset Beach, which is one of my favorite beaches. It's actually pretty crowded for the day today. We're gonna watch the sunset and we're gonna go play in the water right here. We're gonna hopefully give that Instagram baddie. Guys, my favorite food truck was closed. It actually just doesn't exist anymore. I'm gonna cook some dinner for Nikki and I. Obviously I just started on the steaks. I'm kind of just gonna let them sit for a while. And then I think there's just a ton of fruit in here. So I'm gonna cut up some of that. I'm gonna do mine with some oregano, onion powder, salt, and then a little bit of pepper. Then we're gonna do some strawberries, a kiwi, and a little baby apple. Okay, I just showered and for some reason I'm still freezing. I just finished up eating and I'm gonna try to clean up a little bit. Bed and I'm still freezing for some reason. I'm trying to do no blue light before I go to sleep. Instead of doom scrolling on my phone, I'm gonna read. I've been reading so much recently, to be honest with you. It's just when I find a book and I become obsessed with it, I cannot put it down. So I actually purchased this book at JFK. It's called The Air of Storms by Hamilton Murray. I looked it up on TikTok and didn't really see too many recommendations or just conversation about it. So I thought I would try it out and I liked that it was purple and a hardback. I'm on page 45 and I do like it thus far. It's giving like a very classic fantasy drama book. The main character has like these magical powers that no one else has had in decades. And I think they're going through like trials. It's a very classic fantasy book. So it's currently 9:13 p.m. I'm honestly really shocked I stayed up this late. So I do this thing when I travel. I don't answer anyone. So every day for like 10 minutes, I'm just gonna try to speed answer as many people as I can. I'm gonna set an alarm for 7 a.m. even though I'm definitely gonna wake up before then. It's 9:16 and I just took a huge melatonin, so I'm gonna be asleep by 9:30. So I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Good morning. I slept pretty good, honestly. I woke up around 4:30 for like 30 minutes. I got a 91 on my sleep score, which is really good for me. 2 hours and 5 minutes of REM sleep, 1 hour and 46 minutes of deep sleep, 9 minutes to fall asleep. My max HRV was 134, which is really not that bad. I really love being on the Hawaii time zone because when I wake up, like everyone is already awake and living their life. Whereas in Europe, you don't really start texting people till like 1, 2 p.m. because of the time zones. But now everyone's awake and I love it. I'm also filming a brand deal this morning, so I might not film a ton of my morning routine just because I'll be filming it on here. But to give you a rundown of what I'm filming me waking up, going to stretch, changing, making breakfast, going to work out, coming back, changing again, and journaling. I'll see you after that. And if you want to see what I'm doing, you can go watch the brand deal because it will definitely be posted by the time I post this video. Let's get the day started. This is like my tried and trusty face wash. This is the green tea and spinach Youth to People. When I use this certain acne cream, my whole face peels. So currently, I'm peeling everywhere. But with my skin, how I look at it is I will dry it out as much as I possibly can be because I feel like acne for myself has a hard time developing when it's super dry. It's always like 1 to 2 really bad days of it just like flaking off and being gross, and well, that's today. I just got home. It was quite a humbling one. I got to my favorite place and it's a bit of a hike to get there, and when I got there, the hike wasn't carved out anymore, so it was like crazy trees. And it's just a long enough hike that I don't know exactly where to go. So I came back home and just did a little run around the neighborhood and a little workout in the backyard. But yeah, it's literally a gorgeous day. A little cloudy, but like perfect sun levels. So we made it to a different beach. We are currently at a beach called Sunset, which is a little bit more of like a flatter, more family-friendly beach. I've also been reading this book that I was talking about last night, and it's getting really good. So when I used to spend like time in Hawaii, this was probably one of my favorite beaches because this is where a lot of people surfed. Not a lot, but a good amount. It was always kind of like Rockies, which is over there, Sunset, and then you kind of get to like Pipeline-ish, etc. You hear like all these different names for all of the beaches, and you think that they're all on like different parts of the island. No, they're all right next to each other. It's just what the surf break is called. So if you say you're gonna go to Pipeline, that's like Pipeline Beach, but then back to where it's right next to it, and it's like 20 feet away from each other. We were just gonna go home, but then we thought about crispy grinds and we just had to go. We're walking to this like iconic spot. The iconic spot in question, it's in Oliva, right across from this like surf shop, and there's like a little ice cream stop. And that's one of our friends, Makana. Did wake up feeling like I want to do an adventure today. Not sure what, not sure where, but I would like to be at the beach all day and doing something all day. I'm also with one of my friends, Nikki, that I used to actually live in Hawaii on and off with. And I haven't shown much of her yet because she has a baby. Her baby is quite young as well. So I'm trying to give her privacy. So if you hear voices in the background, That is her. Also, total side note, this is from yesterday. These pop and bottle matcha green tea oat milk lattes, so good. When I was here basically 24/7, that was my caffeine of choice every morning. That, yerba mates, or just coffee. I also haven't done a proper house tour because I'm staying at a friend of a friend's house. Well, it's one of his Airbnbs, so if you want to book it, you should. So this is like the living space. It's honestly a massive home for just me and Nikki. I love it. For what I'm used to in New York, this is like, wow, this is a real treat. And then also after traveling throughout Europe, you guys saw all of our Airbnbs, but just Airbnbs for 4 girls, no matter the size, somehow feels a little small. And this is the dining room table, yet we have not eaten a single meal here. And then you guys have seen this. This is the kitchen. It's quite gorgeous, and all of like the windows are my favorite part. I mean, you just get windows upon windows upon windows. Down here, there's a bathroom, and downstairs right here is the garage. That's actually a gym. I'll show it to you guys later. And then you guys have seen a little bit of my bedroom, but I've gone ahead and unpacked everything. So this morning, I kind of just want to wear like a one-piece swimsuit. I'm gonna go for my morning walk, come back here, eat, then go on a hike. Smart thinking. This is the one piece of the day. This is probably one of my favorite one pieces quality-wise. If you know anything about Hawaii, on the east side, there's food trucks, kind of by like the Seven Brothers. But there used to be a little stand there where this lady would sell swimsuits, and this is from it, and the quality is incredible. I actually just stopped at Foodland to grab another matcha because I already know I'm going to want one. This is Foodland, aka the love of my life. So if you remember, yesterday I was talking about the different surf breaks. So right now I'm at Backdoor, and this used to be the Billabong Surf House, and I actually stayed here a lot this 2 winters ago because one of the girls that I was hanging out with at the time was a part of that, I think. I don't know, it's really confusing to me. This is the Billabong house. It's like all gated, obviously. And then this is the beach. And I think this is the old Quicksilver house, or maybe it's the current one, but we've definitely had multiple parties there. But it's just crazy because these surfers just like live on the beach and just wake up and go surfing all day long. It was just truly such an interesting life to be around because I was like, wow, like you guys really just wake up and do this every day. And their days revolve around if the waves are good or not. Because if they're not, well, most of the time they'll still go surfing, but they'll find somewhere. So another fun fact about Hawaii is the waves are only good in the winter time. Like the waves that I've been showing you, you couldn't really surf that. And these are what you would call a shore break wave. So that's why every winter surfers from around the world travel to Hawaii and will stay here for like 2-3 months at a time because it's like ranked Pipeline is the best wave to surf in the world. Also the scariest, hardest. Well, scariest and hardest, that might be different for each person. Because in my opinion, I feel like Chopu might be scarier. Even just looking at it, I'm like, oh my gosh. Same thing with Nazaré in Portugal. You couldn't push me into that water. So we're currently walking towards the house that I used to live at one point. I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way there because it's like another 20-minute walk. But I used to do this walk every single day when I was here because I'd want to go to Pipeline to watch people surf. So I'd walk back and forth. So here you would not want to go swimming because it's all rocks. Have I gone swimming here? Yes. Is that why I know? Yes. So another fun fact is if you ever book shark diving on the island of Oahu, you most of the time dock out of Oliva, which is like that beach all the way down there, not the point, kind of in between here and the point, and then you go boating all the way out there. I have probably done that on Oahu maybe like 5 or 6 times. I'm not entirely sure how many times I've been, but I do know my first time, it was my 19th birthday, and I brought a group of like 10 girls to Oahu, and I rented an Airbnb on the east side, and we just like, again, lived life here. But one of the last days we all went shark diving, or all the girls that wanted to, and that was my first time, and I've done it numerous times since. haul. For lunch I wanted a poke bowl, so I got some fresh ahi and a salmon poke bowl, 2 peppers, 2 avocados. I got a Coca-Cola for myself for lunch, honey, mochi for dessert. Papaya seed sauce is so underrated, it hurts. Ooh, actual ice cream mochi. And then I got Nikki some lunch, which is a spicy tuna roll. And then I got some chicken, salmon, and salmon belly for us to cook for dinner this week, and some reds. I'm actually gonna eat outside because it is still sunny. There's actually a sauna over here, and I'm just gonna lay out and eat. Today's my frying day. I want to be very, very burnt. Made it to the beach for sunset. It's time to cook dinner. Let's do it. I have been on back-to-back meetings for I think 2.5 hours. Just got off my last one and now I'm just doing some work from home. I really wanted to go to the beach this morning, but my priorities need to be in line. So social media is a very interesting thing because it's constantly changing. My team has been pushing for me to film cinematic things for TikTok and Instagram, not just YouTube. What you're watching right now, I film on a proper camera. It's a Sony camera. And for TikTok, I only film on my phone. But they kind of want me to branch over and start using my camera to film things. So this morning, I'm gonna film my morning routine, but on my camera. But please let me know in the comments if that is something that you would even want to see. I'm gonna do it. So I hope you guys like it. Hey, we are in the car. I'm about to head out for the day. I actually already went to the beach, but I didn't bring my camera because I needed to totally unplug. But I'm gonna go pick up a smoothie from Sunrise Shack because I just feel like that's such a Hawaii thing to do. And then I'm driving 50 minutes to meet up with my fairy godmother. She's like my favorite person ever, but I'm nervous because I haven't seen her in so long. So, let's go. So Sunrise Shack was a little crazy, so I drove an extra 20 minutes and went to Raised by the Waves. It's so good. I honestly forgot how good it was.
So we're currently in Kahuku, which is like kind of my favorite little area on the island. I used to spend all of my time over here because the beaches are my favorite. They're just a little windy, and one of my favorite surfing places is right near here. And Kahuku is where like the high school is, so everyone that lives here, this is where they came to school. Little backstory on my friend Ivy that I'm about to go meet up with. We met via Instagram when I was 18, so 5 years ago. We met up for a photo shoot in Venice, and she was moving to Hawaii that week for her boyfriend at the time, who's now her husband, and they have 2 beautiful, amazing children, and their lifestyle is just incredible. Anyways, I don't think we really have any plans. It's pretty cloudy out, so I don't think the beach is gonna happen today.
Look at this magic. Wow. I subbed the banana for strawberry, and best decision I made. little debrief from today. So around 11 a.m. I left North Shore to go to East Side to hang out with my friend Ivy and her family. She now has 2 beautiful babies and her husband, obviously. I was talking about this a little bit earlier. I met Ivy when I was 18 and then I just became very good friends with her. I look up to her a crazy amount. And then I met her husband just a few other times whenever I would come to Island. And then we all did a group trip to Tahiti. Justin and Ivy met in Tahiti working for this nonprofit called Coral Gardeners. They are absolutely incredible. I've worked with them now numerous times. If that's something that you guys would like for me to talk more about, I'm super open to that. And I definitely want to go back to Tahiti this winter. Obviously, climate change is a very real thing. And in Tahiti, they were finding that coral was dying because of how hot the water was and it wasn't able to survive in that climate. So what the founder Tituan has done, they have an amazing group of scientists and engineers and they have figured out a way to get the coral to acclimate to warmer waters, and they have coral nurseries underwater. Anywho, back to the beginning. I went over to Ivy's house and we kind of just caught up for about 3 hours, and then getting home took me 2 hours because the traffic was so bad. I did take all of those amazing pictures and videos of my drive. I've always said that I want to purchase a house here. That is like a lifelong goal of mine. Since it was a 2-hour ride home, I didn't video record much. I came home, immediately sat in the sun, ate my poke bowl, and now I'm about to just tan for probably the last 30 minutes I have of the sun, and I'm gonna continue reading my book. So my camera broke. I don't know what I did. It just keeps saying that my lens is not attached properly, but it is. I've had the camera for like 6 months and I'm like, oh. But I've just been on the balcony and I'm reading. The sunset is gorgeous. I'm just gonna keep reading and swinging. It's honestly putting me in like the perfect little relaxation mode. Sometimes I'm really hard on myself because I don't feel like I'm productive enough. I know I'm not alone in this because a lot of my friends struggle with this as well. But from hanging out with Ivy today, it kind of just made me like think a little bit deeper about like what peace means to me, because I could look at it 2 ways. 1, I should be at the beach right now watching the sunset, not from the comfort of my home. Number 2, I'm being smart and I'm saving my energy. And I had a long, full day today, and learning how to properly relax is hard for me. We just arrived at Ted's Bakery, which is the only bakery on North Shore. I decided to be a little lazy and come get breakfast this morning, so let's go. We are heading back home to do some computer work, and then we're gonna beach it. I also need to book my flight for tomorrow because we're leaving. I got ready for the beach super quick and now we are driving, but it's raining on and off. So that's Hawaii in a nutshell. I also just stopped right at Foodland to pick up some poke for lunch. If it's not obvious, it's my obsession. I just made it to the beach and I'm at sunset again because the waves are pretty chill. Update, it's probably been about an hour and a half and I've just been reading and tanning. So I made it back home and I showered. I feel so clean right now. I also went and discovered the gym here and I kind of prepped it for my workout later. I'm gonna make a little snack plate and then read because my goal was to finish my book on this trip. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm exactly halfway through, so I'll see how much I can read tonight. This wins as the most random snack plate I've ever made. Mochi, Ritz, honeydew, and a banana. That's what we're doing. So some of Nikki's friends came over and we all cooked dinner together, but I'm gonna go read my book and fall asleep. I'm also finishing up packing, but I'm pretty much done. I'm really tan. But it's our last official night in the house. I also just made myself a Nello super cone to get myself a little bit more tired because I had a Coca-Cola for lunch. Okay, let's go to sleep. Let's go get coffee. So we're trying out this new place called Sailors in Oliva. I've never been here and I think it just opened.